The PlayStation, commonly known as the PS1 or its codename PSX, is a home video game console developed and marketed by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released in Japan on 3 December 1994. As a fifth-generation console, the PlayStation primarily competed with the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Saturn. The PlayStation 2, commonly known as PS2, is the second installment in the PlayStation brand of consoles. As a sixth-generation console, it competed with Nintendo's GameCube, Sega's Dreamcast, and Microsoft's Xbox. It is the best-selling video game console of all time, having sold over 155 million units worldwide, nearly triple the combined sales of the Dreamcast, GameCube, and Xbox. The PlayStation Portable, known as PSP, is a handheld game console developed and marketed by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was first released in Japan on December 12, 2004, in North America on March 24, 2005, and is the first handheld installment in the PlayStation line of consoles. The design of the original PS2 was actually inspired by a computer. The folks at Sony loved the design of the KDL-22PX300 from Atari. Released in 1993, it was Atari's last computer and did not do at all well, but its appearance would live on in the PlayStation 2, which had a similar shape. Grand Theft Auto: San Andreas is still considered by many one of the best games ever created and is also the best-selling game for the PS2, with over 17 million copies being sold. Did you know the towers during the PlayStation 2 startup actually had a purpose? Anyone who has ever owned this console remembers them after multiple startups. This screen, although appearing completely random, had a secret purpose. The towers represented saved game data, so the more towers appearing on the screen, the more saved data you had. Try it. If you still own one, turn it on with the memory card in, and count how many towers you have, then restart the console with the memory card removed. The towers would have disappeared. This didn't really have any well-known purpose, apart from being a great way of knowing if the saved data was being detected or not when troubleshooting. The PS2's last game was released in 2013. The PS2 over its lifetime had 3,974 titles and sold 1.5 billion copies. The last games to be made for the PS2 reached way into the life of its successor, the PS3. FIFA 2014 was the last game to be made for the PS2 in the US on September 24, 2013. But Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 was officially the last ever game for the PS2 being released later in the same year. The PlayStation 2 wasn't just a console, it was also a Linux computer. The PS2 impressively had an optional kit to convert it into a Linux computer. The kit cost around $200. The PSP's advanced graphics capabilities made it a popular mobile entertainment device, which could connect to the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, any computer with a USB interface, other PSP systems, and the internet.